So, hello and welcome to our latest London College of Spirituality Lightworker video. Today, I'm joined by Steve Nobel, and with it just being on the cusp of the Spring Equinox, we're going to talk a little bit about the Spring Equinox and what that means to us and what that means to everything around and what we're doing around that space. So, Steve, welcome.
Thanks, Himesh. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. So spring equinox. I mean, but what does it actually mean? Well, I mean, when we're talking about the equinox, it's for me, this is the start of spring. It really is the sort of like the final nail in the coffin of winter for me. And if you've got spring starting, it's the days are going to start becoming longer. But there's also lots of energetic meaning to it as well. How do you
Yeah.
feel about that?
Yeah, it's always a great time of year, isn't it? Nature-based faiths always celebrated this time as a time of rebirth and fertility. It's a time when, sun, there's light, which, as I've seen earlier with the light coming into my window, we had to kind of
Yes.
block that off a little bit. There's color returning, the barrenness of winter's over. Of course, winter is important, always an important time of year, but a lot's going on under the surface in winter. But when spring comes, the energy is kind of rising and bursting forth. A great time for new beginnings, planting seeds, spring cleaning, obviously for some people.
Yes.
Yeah. And personally, it's a good time, I think, for sun salutations, all those kind of yoga sun salutations. Nice time to do
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay, no, I get that. That's cool. Yeah. I completely I'm with you on the new beginnings, and it's for me personally, it feels like this whole period is a whole new beginning. It's so many things for me personally in my life are just sort of like starting new and starting afresh. It's talking about sun salutations. I just joined a yoga class today.
All
I've been
right.
meaning to find one for a while, and so I've started this class today. I've got my the first of my new workshops coming out today. But I'm also sort of bringing in new things into my work, and I'm going to be starting up lots more distant work. So there's it is renewal is about bringing in something new, and it really feels like that sort of whole spring, whole birth, whole fertility thing happening for me right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, egg is a sign of rebirth. So we are reborn every year. And it's a time to really shake off last year. And for a lot of kind of people interested in ascension and awakening, the last few years have been difficult, but, there's more light coming on the planet. It's getting easier for us to kind of align with that light and get on track in our soul mission. And this is what LCS is about, your work's about, my work's about.
Yeah, no, indeed, yeah. But there's lots of astrological meaning with this time of year as well. It's I've been doing a bit of reading online, and I mean, all the astrologers are out right now, sort of with their predictions for this new period with everything going on. Have you looked into that at all yourself?
Um, well, I've looked at the various number of channels talking about this period. I think from an astrological point of view and from what a lot of channels are saying is that the Earth, we are being shaken up. We got dear Donald doing his thing in America and Britain
Yes.
going through Brexit. Everything's being shaken up. There's a time of confusion, but within that confusion, the old is being stripped away and the new light is coming in. And I think particularly this equinox, is a very powerful time for shaking off a lot of old energies have been on the planet for a long time, I think. And for a lot of people who are light workers, star seeds are going to be going like, hooray, at last. The planet is shifting. We're feeling the shifts
Yes.
now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, completely get that, and I think for me, it's on many levels as well. It's I feel the shift on a very personal level with everything that's going on with me, but also out there in the world, also with the unconscious spirituality and everything. It's on so many different levels. I feel that what there's new stuff coming in, and it feels lighter, it feels easier, it feels a lot better for me. It's how are you feeling personally with everything going on with what's going on with your life?
Personally, I think I'm feeling more on track in my life than I've ever felt, I think. And I'm finding more balance than I've ever had before. A lot of old challenges are really earlier this year, like actually the end of last year, the beginning of this year, has risen to the surface, and I've seen it much clearer than before. I think in a way, in one way, it's the happiest time of my life in terms of work and purpose, and a lot of the connections I'm making with people like yourself through the college. It's a great time for people who feel they're on track. For those who are a bit off track, it's going to be a bit hard actually. But because I'm feeling on track, I'm feeling I am, flowing in the right direction at the moment.
Yeah, no, I completely get that. Yeah, it's so there is lots of change and lots of the movement going out for a lot right now, which brings me back to the whole thing with the spring equinox. You
Yeah,
know, is a lovely time and a great time to do that. So I know for myself, I'm going to be looking into doing some rituals and really looking at what I want to start creating for this whole next period. You know, for, be it 2 weeks, be it 2 months, be it the next sort of like a 2 years. You know, I really want to look down and see what I'm doing. So
yeah,
for me personally, I'm going to start running a few rituals myself, just by myself in the home. um, you know, maybe I could do a bit of work around that as well. I haven't really considered that.
yeah.
Maybe I can bring in a workshop around a rebirth and reunion. So that's something that might come out, but I'll see. But I've got a lot going on already as it is. So I think really for me it's a bit of a personal thing and a personal journey, and seeing what I can start creating in this whole spring equinox period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time for smelling the flowers, and I mean, a lot of us have been working very hard, but you know, I know you have been working very hard, Himesh. I think
Yeah.
it's good to get out there, walk through the daffodils, feel the
Yeah.
sunlight, enjoy
Oh.
the fresh air. It's time for enjoying the new emerging light, I think, as well as working hard. And I think this year and next year is going to be a time where a lot of people are going to get that calling to move more in alignment with the light. Actually, you know,
Mm.
anything's kind of out of alignment, got to get in alignment. Otherwise, it'll feel a bit difficult, a bit sticky, and a bit hard. You know, relationships, work, all that stuff. You know, you've jumped ship in terms of your work, haven't you? I know you've
Mhm.
made a big shift. I've made big shifts. I think people are being called to make shifts at this time of year as well.
Mhm. No, I get that. Yeah, it's. I mean, just to qualify what you said there. Yeah, it's. I used to work in IT. For those that don't know me that well out there, and I left my day job almost a year ago now. It's not quite. Probably about 9 months or something. But I left that to really concentrate on this field and really concentrate on the college and concentrate on my workshops and concentrate on myself and really be in that space. You know, but space of creativity. So. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was great. It was, and I suppose yeah, it was almost at the end of this whole equinox period. It was a little before the summer solstice, really, that I'd left. And in fact, if I really cast my mind back to it, I probably handed in my notice around the time of the spring equinox. So
right. Yeah,
that's an interesting
it's
time there that
interesting.
I didn't actually realised.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, I think you mentioned creativity. That's so important. And this time of year, it is about that creative energy. But where do people want to channel it? You know, where is it going to go? Always
Yeah,
put that creative energy into something that's really going to fulfill the soul, fulfill the heart and the body. You know, and often I think people, what I found in coaching clients is that often
hmm
people resist their greatest creativity, and so
yeah,
they go, who am I to do that kind of thing? But it's
mm
important to embrace all creative channels. You know, in work, in love, in home,
yeah.
creativity, spring creativity. You know, they are one really.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. And sticking on the theme of creativity, I really feel there are so many ways of being creative, and we are sometimes creative without even realizing it. You know, we can create a new dish when we're cooking, or we can
Yeah,
create a new route to work, or we could write a little piece on a piece of paper, and we're creative in many ways. Just recognize that we are creative beings, and go out and do it.
yeah,
And maybe this is a good time to set that intention of being more creative and being more aware of being how creative you are and doing those things. It's really
definitely.
cool.
Yeah, I think what you said there was brilliant. You know, like
Mhm.
if anybody's doing a kind of routine, going to work the same time, going to lunch the same time, the same restaurant,
Mhm.
break the pattern. And you just have to
Yes.
break a bit of that pattern, and it allows more creativity in. You know, go to
Yes.
lunch somewhere different, go a different way to
Mm.
work. You know, just break some of those routines and allow a bit more of that creative light in.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Spontaneous, being spontaneous is a great thing. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's great as well.
yeah.
Okay, so Steve, so tell me, I mean, what are you actually up to, and what have you got coming up as far as sort of events and work and things are going on?
Well, we've got a big event in Glastonbury coming up
Oh
this
yes.
Easter, April and Easter weekend.
hmm
4 days in Glastonbury. Glastonbury is a fantastic place to really feel the rising energies of the earth, that kind of goddess, pagan, earthy element. There's also got this kind of highlight, it's a real kind of dance of heaven and earth there. Lots of sacred sites. We're going to go to Chalice Well Gardens, the Abbey, Wirral Hill, the Tor. These are 4 of the big sites there that we'll be visiting, and taking people with little rituals and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So this retreat we're doing is Christ consciousness, the masculine and feminine aspects of Christ, love and wisdom. So what do you want to say on anything on that one, Himesh?
Yeah, indeed. We've got a real packed sort of plan coming up there, and so we're going to go to the sacred sites and do lots of work out there, do some meditation healing out there. But we've also hired this really nice space to work out of as well, and we're going to be doing some real deep meditation, some real deep healing transmissions. We're going to have sound baths there,
Yeah,
and also, but we're going to allow a lot of time for integration as well, and that means sort of guided work where we're going to help people integrate all these energies in, and help people with what it means to do all that. So I'm
yeah,
really excited about this. I do love Glastonbury. I go up there probably every few months. Really, I'll sort of head to Glastonbury just to sort of like reconnect, recharge, and to allow me to shake off that London energy for a while. So it's a
yeah.
great space to do all this work.
Yeah, and it's a great place to hang out. Lots of fantastic restaurants. The 100 Monkeys, one of my favourite,
Yeah,
and the Rainbow Cafe for like they do great lunches. They pile it on.
yeah.
All this amazing West Country food. And one of the other, just personally speaking, that I love organic mead. They're just a little glass every now and then. They do brilliant
Okay.
organic mead down there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. Well done. And you've got some other work coming up. It hasn't been announced yet, but do you want to sort of like maybe raise the curtain a little bit and let us peek in and find out what
Raise
you've
the
got coming
curtain.
up soon?
Yeah, Ascension Light Mastery Series, 6 evenings, Central London, starting, I think it's the 26th of April is the first one,
Hmm.
about 2 a month. So it's a whole series. People can buy the lot or dip in and dip out. It's a lot of
Yes.
angelic work. It's a lot of working with these kind of new rays coming in, clearing out old programs, old karma, old subconscious stuff or in the body. So yeah, I've run them before with yourself, not this particular series. Always very
Yes.
popular. People love these evenings. Very experiential, a lot of energy in the body.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. And if anyone hasn't experienced Steve's work, he's a great healer and a great transmitter of light, and it is a really great experience to experience that. So you've got that coming up. There's been more of that in Glastonbury as well.
Yeah,
So lots of stuff coming up, and just let you guys know for myself is I'm really excited because today is the first day of my new set of workshops. We're working on family healing, and I'm going through all the family members, and I'm really going to go and look through any trauma, any stuck emotions, and really look to heal this, to allow yourselves to really start releasing anything left over from your family and any trauma from there. So tonight we start with father healing. So we're dealing with the father energy, and then we're going to work through to the mother, sister, and so on, and we've got 5 of them coming up. And another thing which we started today, which I haven't done before, is I'm actually going to be broadcasting this whole series live over the internet. So for those of you, and we've got lots of people that ask us quite often that they can't get to London, they're a bit too far away, it takes too long to get there. And for anyone that can't get to London, it's actually a great way of connecting to our work now. So it's going to be live online on the internet, and you can just come in and connect to it, and really experience the whole thing without physically being here.
amazing. From the comfort
Yeah.
of your own room. Amazing.
Yes, indeed, exactly. Yeah.
Great.
So cool. So that's what we've got coming up. Really, it's looking forward to it.
Okay.
And yeah. So I think we're going to close with a meditation.
Yeah.
We're going to work on this spring equinox energy and allow the listener to really start feeling into this equinox energy and tune into it and really get enlivened and really vibrate with that energy.
Great.
Okay. So Steve, do you wanna start off and
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if everyone listening, watching can close their eyes and breathe into the body, breathing light into the body from 360 degrees around the horizon. Light from the sun and stars, light from the earth into the body. And on the out breath, imagine you could release any of that old energy, that old winter energy, any energy from last year, 2016, just letting that go on the in breath, and on the out breath, and on the in breath, breathing a new fresh light into the body, opening up every cell of the body, welcoming in the energy of the earth, of Gaia, the energy of light from the earth coming up the body. Imagine you can draw light from the earth up the legs into the pelvic area, that kind of fresh spring energy from the earth. Just imagine that's fresh spring coming up the legs into the pelvic area, into the belly, up into the solar plexus, up into the heart that opens to receive this energy from the earth.
And just tuning into the energy of the sun, Father Sun, always present, always here. And we're just going to pull down that healing energy, that light energy, pulling it down into our bodies, into our energy fields, and allowing it to radiate our cells, radiate our flesh, radiate our energy field with a strong, powerful healing energy. Allowing our cells to start to grow and glow with this lovely spring energy, abound with life, abound with growth, abound with transformation and renewal. Allowing each part of our body, our cells, our energy field to start to feel renewed, start to regenerate, start to grow, feeling refreshed, renewed, alive. And knowing that Father Sun will continue to shine on us every day, increasing each day becoming longer, allowing us more time in this Father Sun energy. And as we do, we'll regenerate more, we'll refresh more, we will grow more.
So allowing the sun energy into the body, down into the body, into the heart that opens, connecting the sun in the heart. And imagine that sun energy can unify with the energy from the earth in the heart, as if there's a dance of light in the heart. Masculine energy from the sun, feminine energy from the earth. Just imagine that kind of weaving and connecting in the heart that opens, and just sending this light out through the body, earth and heaven energy, through the bones and blood that drink in light. Breathing in that light from heaven and earth and sending it out through the etheric body, the chakra system, meridian system, allowing all the chakras to align with this dance of light from heaven and earth in this spring equinox. And breathing that energy in and sending it out through the emotional body where you hold all emotions. And just allow that to radiate through the emotional body. If you're carrying anybody else's emotional projections, just imagine the light kind of spinning it out and just through waves of light, releasing it out from your energy field. Breathing in that heaven and earth energy, that sun, earth energy, radiating it out into the mental body, the mind of thought, belief, idea, perception. Releasing anybody else's ideas or opinions or judgments from your mental body, your mind. And the mental body encompasses all the body, not just in the head. I'm just going to ask your higher self to be present, just to start unifying the light in all these fields. Just allow this process to happen as you breathe in light and release anything on the out breath.
And just allowing a channel of energy from source, from the heavens, from your higher self, to come down through the top of your head and just fully energize and invigorate your energy field. Allowing that energy to seep out into your own physical body. Allowing yourselves to feel held, feel present, and feel alive and healed. And just keeping this feeling and knowing that you can keep this feeling for as long as you like, continuing throughout the rest of the day and beyond. Keeping yourself feeling healed, peaceful, ready for new growth, new experiences, new life, new love. And just asking yourselves just to come back with my voice, coming back into the space you are, feeling the ground beneath you, feeling your seat or wherever you are resting right now, feeling it beneath you, connecting fully to the ground and the earth once more. Allowing yourselves to breathe into your body, taking in deep breath in, and as you breathe out, becoming more and more alert, more and more aware, more and more real and physical. Taking in another deep breath in, feeling your body, feeling your fingers, your toes, and breathing out, coming back more with my voice, coming back closer to reality, coming back to your screen in front of you, and taking in one more deep breath in, connecting with the rest of your body, your head, your legs, your heart, your organs. And as you breathe out, just gently open your eyes, slowly blinking, looking around, and coming back to our faces. Thank you for that, Steve, and thank you everyone for listening. Namaste.